Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tasha, and if you're new here, God has recently put it on my heart to start sharing my testimony with the world so that you guys can see just how real he is. And oh my God, is he real? So today I'm going to back it up to my early childhood, which is ultimately why I believe now I ended up being a drug alcohol user, which ultimately landed me in prison for a few years. But since then, I'm rebuilding my life, and that is all through the grace of God. All right, so, okay, rewind. So my mother and my father had about a 30-year age gap. My father's African-American, my mother is Caucasian. So my dad is black, my mom is white, if you want to get down to the street terms, how we talk. Okay, so, all right. So I was around, okay, my mother and father didn't live together. My dad had his own wife and kids, but he would come over like every morning. And my father passed away when I was 6. Keep that in mind too. So my mom had this boyfriend named Jerry Powers. I'll never forget his name. And hopefully he is, because he's always been disgusting to me because of what he did to me when I was a kid. So, all right, Jerry, we would go pick Jerry up. Jerry would come over and he started like doing little things to me. And he incorporated this game where he would call it the sheet monster, disgusting, where he would do things to me, to my body. And I was a little girl. I didn't know any better. I just knew it wasn't right. I knew it was uncomfortable. And if you can kind of figure out what I'm saying without saying it, he would do this to me. He did everything to me but penetrate me. Okay, very disgusting, very disturbing, and this went on for some time. I don't remember exact. I had to be around 5. I had to be under 6, between 4. I was between 4 and 6, and it went on repeatedly. One time I can remember my mom, and this is so vivid, even today, this is such a vivid thought that I have in my head. My mom would always have to leave whenever he would come over. She would always have somewhere to go. And that's what hurt. That's what still hurts today. But I can remember this one time. I'm standing on the top of the steps and I'm screaming to her, like, please don't leave me here. Please don't leave me here. Screaming, crying. And any mother in their right mind is not going to leave their child with especially a man, when she's screaming and crying like that. So that was a terrible thought that I have. So I can only imagine, like, she knew. Part of me knows that she knew what was happening. And she was also touched by her stepfather. So you see the generational curses, they're real. All right, so I never flat out told my mom, but I can remember telling my Aunt Net. And my Aunt Net went to my mom and she wanted to kill my mom. I can remember, like, there being this big family argument. And then I never seen Jerry again. And they told me that he was in jail. I never believed it. Like, when you know, you know. And I was little and I was gifted. And I knew that was BS. I knew he wasn't in jail. So I always brushed it. You know, I didn't keep it right front and center. But I always knew what happened to me. And I always held some sort of big resentment towards my mother. Always, because I knew she knew what happened to me. So growing up, I gave my mom attitude. I even put my hands on my mom before. I'm not proud of that, but yes, I did it. And, you know, I feel like I had every right to, because she allowed something terrible to happen to me. I'm not proud of it. Like I said, if I could take it all back, I probably would do it over again. But when somebody allows you to get touched at a young age, you hate them in a sense. So I hated her in a sense. And I'm not ashamed to say that. You know, may she rest in peace now. Okay, so that happened to me. So my younger adult years, like, it was just me and my mom. And when I got to be a preteen, this is when I started to explore, and that part of me was open, and I didn't know it, but I was very sexual as a young girl, because this was a part of my life now. Like, unintentionally, it happened, and it exposed things and feelings in myself that I thought were normal, and I wanted to address as a young girl. So I would be out there looking for a daddy in all the wrong places and sleeping around man to man. You know, I was a hoe. I was a young hoe. I really was. And I'm not ashamed to say that. And I'm telling my story in hopes that I can help someone else, because it will repeat itself. It will continue. And I know I'm not the only one that dealt with that. I'm not the only one that battled these things. but I'm trying to take precaution, and I want other people to hear my story and know that we do change, and we, through help and recovery treatment, we do change. So it's not too late. But okay, so I started drinking, smoking weed. I had my first drink at 13. I smoked my first joint like age of 11. So all through my teen years, that's what I wanted to do, party, because I was self-medicating from something that deep in me never healed, which was the fact that I was molested. It never healed. And I had this resentment for my mother. So this is why we become. I heard a statistic before, and it said that when you are molested as a child, that you either grow up to become a molester yourself or you end up on drugs and alcohol. And those, to me, seem very real. Like, I would never think about touching a kid or anything like that. But the drugs and alcohol part, that got me. It got me, and it got me good. It got me, had that noose was tight around my neck for years. So just think about that, though. People that are molested, generally, people that are child molesters were molested themselves. They never got help. They never got the proper treatment, so they don't know what to do with all these underlying feelings and emotions that they have within them. So they release them the best way that they know how, and that's to repeat the cycle. This is why the cycle will continue. Until we address the cycle, it will continue. So I made this post today to say that I continue to use drugs and alcohol until I finally acknowledge the fact that my mother did know what happened to me. I was on the fence about it for years and years. There's no way she could have let that happen to me. There's no way she knew it was happening. She knew. She 100% knew that that man was touching me. There's no way in hell she would have left me there if she questioned it. She knew. That's why she would leave every time he came. Because it must have... Maybe, I don't know. What the hell? I can't even fathom. I can't even understand why she would do that. But she did it. And when I finally accepted that she did that, I freed myself. I thought to myself, why do I continue to hurt myself for things that these people did to me? Tasha, stop hurting yourself for what these people did to you. When I could finally realize that and accept that, that is when I was truly freed. And I no longer had to torture myself for what they did to me. Because that's what I was doing for years. I was hurting myself. I hope this video helps somebody. We do recover. We do change. It's not your fault. If this happened to you, it's not your fault. Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't beat yourself up. Seek treatment. Seek help. We can change. We do recover. These hands are living proof of that. These hands that used to cause so much destruction are now building great things. They're building love. They're building hope. They're building a future. It's not about the setback, baby. It's about the comeback. It is about the comeback. And I can happily say I'm in a good place now. I don't have all the money that I would like to have. I may not have the best house and the best car, but I have true inner peace. Inner peace within myself, peace that no drug or no drink can give me. But it came from work. It came from accepting. It came from acknowledging things. Don't question. If you know something isn't right, it's not right. Use your intuition. Use what God gave you and flourish in this life. Love is love. Love is all we need. Love is truly all we need. The Beatles were trying to tell us that years ago in their song. Love is all we need. So may she rest in peace. But I love my mom. She was just sick. She was sick. It doesn't justify her behaviors and what she allowed to happen to me. But I have to accept it in order to continue to grow. So I'm sharing this story. I'm taking one for the team. I'm letting people know that they are not alone. And that's why I made this post. Behind every smile is a heartache, is a lot of heartache and pain. You better believe that. So I smile, but inside, I was hurting. I had a lot of pain. But now this is a genuine smile. I still carry some burdens and some things. Don't get me wrong. I'm not perfect. But I'm not where I was because I've accepted things. I've accepted the truth. The truth shall set you free. So these hands, thank God, and yours should too. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for joining my video. Like, subscribe, share it to someone that you think may need to hear it, okay? Each one, teach one, take one, help one. Together, baby, we're going to meet at the top. I'm so cliche with all my quotes, but I don't care. If they put a smile on your face, that's what I do it for. Love is love. I love you. Come back and see me again, okay? All right, peace.